Yeah, welcome to Women's World Show. Here we use the breakthrough moments and word of a successful woman to inspire and motivate you. We measure success not by the amount of money in the pocket, but by the effort we make on daily basis to achieve our goal. We believe that every woman has a story, so share yours with us. And my name is Clara Kronberg. Joining me today is yet another beautiful, amazing woman. She is a captain in United States of America. She is a nurse practitioner, specialized in psychiatric mental health, board certified. I'm looking so much forward to really go in deep with her. She is a single mom of 2 amazing boys. She will lead us all into her world and at the same time discuss the topic of the day, which is mental health. Welcome to the show, Peace Okehie, darling. I've been looking forward to meet you, and in person, I say your pictures are not really saying justice to you, because you are really beautiful. It's really amazing, and this is the first time I'm meeting you, by the way.
Yes.
I want to get all into it, but first of all, a little bit of you. Why did you join the army? In the military, why? Okay. What motivates you to do that?
Okay, that's a good question, because you look at me, I'm so girly, right?
Yeah.
So I was all about that, lights, camera, action growing up. So I would never have thought. But life journey changes what you do in your future. Yeah. So look at me, I have boys. What do you do in America? So I have 2 best friends that were in the military, and I saw their struggles. And it really terrified me. It's not something I wanted to do. So, however, in my career is in nursing, starting with.
So that's where you started. You started as a nurse first.
Right.
Okay.
So I joined in through the officer route. So you go in and your ranks is a little different than the people that are on boots on the ground. Okay. So we are there to help and heal those that are injured. So, and also make impact. That is why I chose my master's degree in psychiatric mental health.
Wow.
Because you saw the change when they do go downrange or be deployed, when they return, they are affected in one way or the other. So how can I give back? How can I help those young men or women that went down? And that's why I'm in there. So, and also for my son, it was another way to say, I'm going to send you to boot camp. But that's by the way. But the big reason was to be able to be, help the soldiers, so when they come back, to get back in their regular life any little way that they can.
Wow, that's amazing. So would you say now that you've been able to achieve that goal of impacting in the soldiers that come back after war or something, would you say you have made an impact?
Oh yes, so that is my true drive, why I did it.
Yeah.
So to see that you need to talk to them to know that, look, whatever you've experienced have happened. Now we have to find a way for you to move on. How can you still go on with your life after what have gone through in your life? So that's where I come in. It's not just medication. It's about
It's
counseling.
not just about nursing them.
Exactly.
It's also about mental stability again, or balance. But let's talk about your children.
Okay.
You have 2 boys.
Yes, I
and
do.
you're a single mom. How do you manage that amazing job that you have and being a mom of 2 boys and single at the same time? How did you do that?
Well,
or how are you doing it?
I know. Well, when they say it takes a village, it really does. So I will, my mother, thank God, and I do have some friends that are there too. I have brothers and sisters that are impacting. When you're raising boys that are going to be men, you need to be very, very present in what they're doing.
Exactly.
Because some people will be like, how can a woman raise a man? You can. Yes, you're going to need some help, because there comes a time when they're a teenager.
Exactly, because they always say that you need a male figure in a boy's life to grow up or growing up. So how do you feel that gap, the bridge of not having a man for them to look up to?
Okay.
How do you bridge
well,
that gap?
They have their fathers. I'm sure they're perfect times, but I also have people in my religious circle that are very positive, that will talk to them, whether it's behavior, whether it's an advice, and that person that I know, I'm going to tell uncle or Mr. or elder X, Y, and Z, and they know, oh, it's real. So that person is always there, they can count on, and someone to hold them accountable.
So, Do you often, actually, we're now for this production, we are in Marbella. And I just want to know, you are here on holiday, and I'm very privileged, and it's an honor to have you give us this interview. Do you often take a trip by yourself, and for what purpose?
Okay. Well, so when someone is busy, you have all this cooking, so it's really hard. When do you go away and also do stuff with your family? So it's really hard, and it's something I have embraced now, to go away by yourself. Your fears of going somewhere new, you don't know anybody and stuff like that. I first did it actually when I lost my younger sister, and I think you were part of it. It advised me that it will be fine, and I'm so grateful for that, because we all as women need the time for us, just to go away. And if it is just to go and sleep or go to a spa day, you need it. So there's no alarm.
You don't
clock.
necessarily need to travel miles to
you can do
that.
That's what I've done. And it's almost like replacing the batteries.
Amazing, because that actually will bring me to the topic of the day, which is mental health. But I need you to grab your coffee and come on back. We'll continue right after the break. You're welcome back again to Women's Work Show. If you're just tuning in, here we use the breakthrough moments and word of a successful woman to inspire and motivate you. We measure success not by the amount of money in the pocket, but by the effort you make on daily basis to achieve your goal. My name is Clara Kronborg, and my guest is Peace Okehie. She has really been giving us a little insight of her life, and it's really been a very good one, because I get to understand why you have, taken this job as a mental health practitioner, a nursing practitioner, and specialize in mental health. As an accomplished woman, that you have all this going on, and I really it's really very inspiring. But what's your major challenge right now? Having it all, finding a right partner now. What's the challenge? Are men scared? You think they're scared?
Well, if I knew the answer to that, I think I'll fix it right away. I'll work on it. Honestly, I don't know. So what I could say, maybe because, yes, I would like to have a life partner. I like how you put it, and someone that balances you. Because you're busy, you're doing this and you're doing that, so it's really hard. Where do you meet that person? I don't know. But however,
but you're open.
I am, because but doing it at this stage in life, you appreciate it, because now you understand what it is or what it takes to make it work. Because you've been through it and you know what failed, and you've matured, and you have the experience to work on it.
It's very important for women to find that balance in their life. So as a woman, or in your experience, how do you think that women are neglecting their mental health, like they don't take care of themselves enough?
Mental health is so important. When someone say well-being, what is that? Or you're healthy. It is not just your heart, your lungs, or whatever. It is all of you. So when you treat your heart, or you have high blood pressure, that is your heart. And if you have asthma, that's your lungs, right? Your brain is also an organ, and that's where we come in, okay? So if you take medication because you want to lose weight, you want to look good, or to get your diabetes down, and you tell your friend, I went to the doctor and they told me I need to start taking metformin or whatever. Why can't we have that conversation? If you go and they say you're depressed, I want you to take, let's say, Celexa. I want that stigma to go away. So my impact is to talk to women. They need to have a face, someone that is sharing it, so that it can be our daily conversation here at home, our friends, and not tag them as crazy.
Yeah, because we are not comfortable, or women generally, or not. Maybe let me not generalize it, but people are not comfortable enough to say, oh, I think I feel feel depressed. I think I'm depressed. I think I need help. But how do you think we should go in as a woman to accept this stage?
Okay.
Where should I start from?
Okay. For us as women, it's not you're working too hard, you're tired, you don't do this for yourself. It's that you need to know how many times you don't want to get out of bed. Why are you crying almost every night?
Right.
Why do you always feeling less than? What is going on? When you go to the doctor, please, your yearly mammogram, and you rule out health. The next thing to look into is your mental health.
Exactly.
Someone needs to. And if you do need therapy, it's okay. And if you need to take some medication, it is okay as well. It is okay,
yeah.
It is better for you to go and be seen and start treating it than waiting for it to be too late when it is now mania, psychosis, and those are harder because our brain changes, right?
Yeah.
So I want women to take that time for themselves. That's when you can reflect and really call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I'm not overworking. I'm not just crying because of X, Y, and Z. It is because there's something going on with me.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
So apart from talking to a doctor, do you think there's a medication to it, or there's a special, maybe there are special things a woman can do, like taking a vacation or taking time off from work? Do you think taking a time out from your family is a good way to, to take care of my mental health?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's important because if you just go by daily routine, you are going to miss the sign. Because for women, most of us are nurturers.
Yeah.
So you take care of other people before you take care of yourself. So if you are going, and you're not taking the time to listen to your body or see what's going on with me, you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
Because you always want to blame it on something else, okay? So I believe if you don't circle yourself with positive energy, a group friends or a family, could be that workers, co-workers, somebody, you can do with your family, but you also need, it can be just take a day. I say start with Sunday or whatever day in the week that you're usually off. Take the kids to school, take that afternoon off. Don't do anything else but just you. And I think that if you can do that every day or every week, you will find out that there's something else going on that you can talk to somebody. That is the first step.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
When you talk to someone that is a professional and they rule out maybe your thyroid or anything else, the next thing is to see a mental health professional.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So when you talk to us, right, first thing, we don't put you on medicine. We usually say therapy.
Right, okay.
Cognitive behavior therapy is the first thing we usually do to try to see if we can talk you through it. Is there skills? Is there something we need to do to help you with the anxiety or depression?
But because of the stigma, you mentioned that earlier. Because of the stigma in it, do you think women get that comfortable? Are there a lot of people who accept this so far from your experience?
Yes, I think it's the awareness. That's why I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
That we are now talking about it a little bit more than before. Before, you never hear it. That you have an aunt or a grandma that had depression. People would just say, "Oh, they're just crazy."
Yeah.
That word I just so don't dislike
because growing up, sometimes I grew up in Africa, obviously, or you may know by now that I grew up in Africa. And then I remember those days, we see some women running around the street naked. Maybe somebody you actually know, as in you've been seeing the person on the street, and then all of a sudden the person start running mad, as in, for some reason.
Exactly.
And they normally say, "Oh, it's their village people.
Right.
It's some voodoo or something," which might actually be mental health problem.
It is.
Right?
That's what it is. And
because there's nothing like a voodoo. They send it from the village to make her mad.
And there were signs.
Yeah.
And a lot of women endure a lot of emotional, verbally, and physical abuse.
Yeah.
And those are those things that make you just one day you have your breaking point.
Wow.
So if you have caught the signs, you can stop it.
You are an African woman that grew up in North Carolina in America. But do you think that Africans recognize this? Do you think we have come to that point to recognize mental health issues?
Okay. As a whole or in pieces? So
let's say in pieces because we can't actually generalize it.
Yes.
That people don't even know about it yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because unfortunately, there's still very limited resources in terms of primary care. So I really doubt that people are aware, because you would need to be going to a doctor at least every year to get your yearly mammogram or test that before you to even see a provider. So, and people there don't usually do that, you know, so I doubt it. So, and then the biggest part I know for Nigerians or Africans is the society stigma. You don't want to be known as the one that's crazy.
Your neighbor to know.
Exactly.
Your aunties
or taking medication. So I want that to change, because women are really the one that is helping this generation. We hold it together.
I want to know how you intend to go further back home. I mean, when I say home, I call home like Africa. And how you intend to take it further, how you intend to let this be heard. Yes, this is a great step, but I want to know more about it. But I need you to see what people on the streets have to say about mental health as regards to women. So we'll be right back. So please grab your coffee and come on back.
I think women should be balanced with themselves, just accepting themselves of being who they are, not going all that beauty products and all that stuff, just go natural.
And relax can be, since you are in home and meditate and be conscious of what you do, but absolutely vacations helps you to disconnect of your routine and gives you different points of view of different knowledge, and I think that's very helpful to have new ideas and new inspiration of life.
If they go on holidays in some relaxed place and they stay with good people around them, they are gonna influence her, and they're gonna be really good together.
I think that you have to get an overall idea of how to get into sports, how to eat right, how to sleep right.
Being happy, I spend a lot of time with my family, with my child. A baby girl, 3 years old, and I do like yoga from time to time at home. Also, I read few books.
I keep busy and not to stay indoors, I think. Be outside and explore around you and find interesting things to do.
Welcome back again to Women's World Show. If you are just tuning in, it has really been a very interesting one, and I have learned so much with my guest here, Peace Okehie, who is a nurse practitioner and specializes in psychiatric mental health. It has really been good, and we've been talking about mental health. Now you've seen what the people on the street talked about, and the other lady, she actually mentioned that it is very good for you to go out on the street, to go out and surround yourself with positive-minded people, and take yourself out where you think somebody is dragging you down, and then of course exercise. That's what they mentioned. What do you think a woman should do to take care of her mental health?
I want to talk to that lady, because those are good advice, because it is important. We have this thing, you go out and exercise, you walk, run, you release happy hormones. Those are endorphins. It helps you how you feel about yourself. But the biggest part is negativity. You have to remove yourself from anything that can trigger you. So part of the things that start with depression is low self-esteem, and it could be from someone talking down on you, or you never doing anything right, or it's always there's just not right, so you have to, those people are not your friend. You need to remove yourself from that circle. Okay, so what do? You want to have somewhere that you hear you're doing something right. You make a pie, you do a good pie, you know how to cook stew, that's great. And when people are around you, they get something that makes them feel better.
And also the body, because women are getting depressed based on, as relates to their looks these days. They're not looking a certain way. They're not good enough, slim enough. They're not, having the clothes enough like the other person. Too much comparison, and that's why most people go through depression today. In your opinion, do you think that social media has a strong role to play with women having depression today? Okay,
that's a good question. They've been doing some research to find the link. There is some strong correlation, but they haven't found a direct link to social media. What happens is that we are living in the universe where everyone is comparing themselves with someone else and forgetting that we are all unique. Everyone has their purpose in life, right? So when you look at social media and you have anxiety, it is going to make you feel worse.
Exactly.
You post a video or a picture.
I see a positive side of it.
Yes,
I met you on social media.
Yeah,
That's
there is some
side
positive,
of
which
it.
I will talk about. So when someone is dealing with a little bit of anxiety and they post a picture and they don't get likes, they're going to make them feel worse. So in that aspect, yes, social media,
likes,
yes, social media can impact you. Like, oh, I don't have any friends or kids. You know, there's something going around like, oh, I had left. I don't know there was a party. I wasn't invited. Okay, positive, right? So I think that for us, how can we utilize social media to help women and mental awareness? This is how we can make it positive. We're going to post stuff like this out there and talk about it, and they can see people that look like them or have the same experience, and we're going to say that it is okay.
It's okay if you get 10 likes on social media. It's okay if you have only one. Even if it's only you that likes it, it is okay actually to feel this is good enough, and that's why you posted it.
Exactly.
I think it comes with the within, how you feel when you're posting sending something out there, not expecting the hundreds of likes. Although there are a lot of things that people just do it to spite at you, to make you feel wrong. But that's why you have to own yourself first, because if you don't love yourself enough, you can't even give it back.
Exactly.
I think that's
hashtag self-love. Okay, I think I posted something very long and I said the epitome of the self-love is epitome of sound mind, and that really means when you are okay within yourself, however you are, that you are going to be okay.
Exactly.
Your confidence comes out. It won't matter what someone else say.
Exactly.
Yes, the words hurt, but guess what? You can brush that off and keep going.
But before I let you go, in the light of loosening up, loving ourselves, being a woman of our own, I want to know what has been the most embarrassing thing? It's a tradition here in Women's World Show. You must have known by now. So what has been the most embarrassing thing that happened to you recently that you brushed off and like, whatever?
Recently, I honestly can't think
Okay, maybe
of,
not recent, but something.
Oh, well, I think no one saw me. So you being in the military, you kind of have to, be fit. And I was jogging and I busted my tail. And I didn't even care about the pain. I looked around to see, did someone saw that, So, and I think that's one thing I can say. I pretty much try to avoid situation that is unprepared. So sometimes I will say, I don't want any surprise. It's only because I don't want to be embarrassed by, what to say right or wrong. So, but anyway, that was the most recent thing I can think of. I busted my tail. And thank goodness I was jogging with my son and he was far away. He didn't see it.
That's so you wouldn't use it to you next time?
No. So if any neighbor saw it, they didn't say anything. So that's it.
Oh, that's a very good one. And then the final tradition in Women's World Show here, we want you to go home with a symbol, something that represents that you have shared a part of you with us, with a woman out there, to say, this is it, I've given you a piece of me. And that is your cup here. You're gonna go home with your cup.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you. So it says every woman has a story, and you just shared yours with us. Thank you for coming to Women's World Show. And
for having me.
I'm so glad and honored to have you here. Thank you. I hope to see you soon again.
Well, thank you. Me too.
It has been a very interesting one with my guest, Peace Okehie. Oh my gosh, mental health. I hope you have learned something. Positive mindset, positivity, what you say with your mouth goes a long way. Acceptance goes a long way. In fact, just listen to yourself and follow your body rhythm. As a woman, you owe it to yourself to take care of you because nobody else will. I hope to see you on our next episode on Women's World Show. We are on all platforms. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Women's World Show TV, and you can find more about my guests at www.womensworldshow.com. And I love you for watching.